Good
Hello,
morning.
Rachel.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, Christine.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
So this morning we are going to be talking about our pre-arrival webinar series. We're talking about understanding U.S. healthcare and immunization requirements. And because it's so early in the morning, I guess everyone's still asleep. It's just us today. But that means that if you have any questions, please send us an email at into@suffolk.edu, and feel free to let us know if you have any questions about the materials that we go over today. Okay, everybody? All right, so let me share my screen. I lost my mouse, so this will be a super fun and exciting adventure because I really lost my mouse. Oh my goodness, now I found it. Woohoo! Okay, so let me open this bad boy up. All right, Christine, can you see my screen?
I can. It looks beautiful.
Thank you. All right. So, Christine, what is some important information that students need to remember before they arrive, before we start talking about this healthcare stuff?
Right. So let's definitely go over very important information. All students must attend orientation. It's August 29th to September 2nd, and it is required. All students will receive their much awaited schedules by September 2nd during orientation. We also really need to know when you are arriving to the airport so that we know when to expect you. If you want, we can even give you transportation at no additional charge to your housing, whether it's in the dorm or somewhere else in Boston. Please complete the transfer report so we know when to pick you up at the airport. And last but not least, all fees must be paid by August 8th. And we look forward to seeing you when you arrive.
Christine, I do want to add that if students request arrival pickup, they need to be coming to Boston Logan Airport. We cannot transfer students from New York City to Boston. It's much too far for us. We're about 4 hours away. So make it so that we're picking you up at either Boston Logan Airport, or if you want to take a train from New York to Boston, we'll come and get you at South Station. But please let us know, fill out the form. It's much easier to do that than to send us an email with your itinerary. So just put your itinerary into this format and it's all set to go. You'll get an email from me saying, hey, guess what? We're coming to pick you up. I'll see you at the airport. And it'll be either me or Christine, and we will meet you at Logan Airport or South Station to make sure your transfer goes very smoothly. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right. So, things to discuss. So, what are we discussing today?
Yeah, so we're going to look over what is U.S. healthcare and health insurance. What is health insurance at Suffolk University specifically for our students? Where to go if you're not feeling well in Boston? What are the immunization requirements, and what is our health portal?
All right, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the answer to the question,
Yes.
What is American health insurance? Because I know that in other countries, the government pays for your health insurance, and it's awesome. In the US, it's a little different. So Suffolk University requires all students to have health insurance to help them pay for medical needs. This is because health insurance is very expensive in the United States. It is very expensive to go to hospital or to go to a doctor's appointment if you don't have health insurance. Medical costs can be very expensive. So when you have health insurance, it covers most of your healthcare expenses so that you don't have to put it on your credit card. That's the whole point of having health insurance. Now, you might say, oh, I'm so healthy, I don't need health insurance. Well, look, accidents happen, medical conditions can happen or be learned about at any time, and you need to make sure that you're going to get the best medical health care that you possibly can. And you're lucky that you're coming to Boston, where we have an amazing healthcare system. It's super huge. Some of the best hospitals in the country are in Boston, and some of the best teaching hospitals are in Boston. For those of you who are like, oh, well, I don't want to pay too much, you can go to one of the teaching hospitals. You can also gain access to a network of doctors and hospitals without prepaying. So you don't have to join or make a membership at a specific hospital to get medical attention there. You can go to any hospital, any doctor's appointment, okay? And as long as it's in network, you pay a premium price. You pay a less price with premium care. And this is really to safeguard your physical and financial health-being. So we want to make sure that you understand that this is not something we're saying, you have to do this because we want you to spend more money. We actually this is Suffolk University trying to protect you as students so that you don't have to spend more money when you're not feeling well.
That's right. We have had, students think that they won't be sick, but sometimes there's accidents, such as you might be playing basketball and slip and hurt yourself, which actually really happens. And sometimes students say, uh-oh, what do I do now? So they're very lucky that they have the health insurance and can go to the hospital and get treatment.
Yeah. So now you're asking yourself, what are the requirements for Suffolk University students? Like, what is this whole healthcare thing? What do I have to do? So Massachusetts requires that everyone to have health insurance by law, and all students will have a Suffolk student health plan. So we do have health insurance waivers if you have your own healthcare plan, but if you don't and you need this, you can fill it out and you're all set.
So just to add to that, for the health insurance waiver, there are certain things that your health insurance must cover. For one, it has to cover all treatment in the United States. If your health plan is not something that can be covered in the US, we will not allow it. So really that is a big thing to make sure about. We're very strict when it comes to having the health insurance, so the waiver must really cover you for when you're here.
That's a really good point. Thank you, Christine. So Christine, what are some common health insurance vocabulary? Because we have so many students who have never even thought about what this stuff is.
Sure. So we have some important words to learn. One is called copay. It's a copayment. So it's a flat fee you will pay every time you go to the doctor or to fill a prescription. It's usually a relatively small dollar amount, actually. So if you want to have a yearly physical here in the US, it might only be about $10 or $20. We're not exactly sure of the copay amount right now, but it's not a lot. Same with prescriptions. If you need to get your prescription covered, it won't be very much.
Maybe like $3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We also have a word called deductible. It's an amount you could owe during a coverage period. Usually it's about 1 year in length for covered health care services before your plan begins to pay. So in other words, I know that's worded a little difficult to understand. So in other words, your deductible is, say, $100. So within the year, you have to pay $100 of your own money, but then the plan will pay everything else after $100. And $100 would take a lot of doctor's appointments to get to, unless you had a serious emergency at the hospital. Then it might cost around $100, but then the insurance will pay for everything else, even if you have a hospital stay and you have to stay overnight in the hospital. So I hope you understand what deductible means. It's an amount you will have to pay, but after that, the insurance pays. Another word is provider, preferred provider, or in-network provider. When a doctor, hospital, or other provider accepts your health insurance plan, they are considered in-network. So an in-network doctor is someone who says, yeah, I accept that insurance, you can come to me. You do not have to pay a lot of money for an in-network doctor. They accept your insurance, they're happy with that. They just charge you a small copay. But Rachel, what's an out-of-network provider? That's a little different, isn't it?
So an out-of-network provider is a medical professional who's not part of your insurance plan. They might not accept your insurance plan. So they are called an out-of-network provider. When you see an out-of-network provider, it is more expensive and you have to pay out of your pocket on your credit card or your bank account. I prefer to see in-network providers because maybe your copay is $10. But if I see an out-of-network provider, I have to pay the $350 fee to go see that doctor. So when you see an out-of-network provider, you're going to pay a lot more money. I also wanted to add one more thing about deductibles.
Yes.
If you are someone who takes medication prescribed from a doctor every month, that money that you pay for those prescriptions also is added to your deductible. So if you're worried, oh, well, I'm never going to reach my deductible, you could not be feeling well and need to go get a test or be prescribed some medicine, and that could take care of your deductible for the year. Like it is very easy to finish your deductible. I don't want anyone to be scared about this. So I hope you understand that when we talk about a provider in this sense, a provider is a medical care provider. This is someone who is a physical medical care provider or a mental health provider. It can be both. Okay? All right, so now you're like, all right, we get this insurance stuff, we understand the vocabulary. Now let's talk about Suffolk Student Health Insurance Provider. Who is your healthcare? Who is your health insurance? In Massachusetts, we are using Blue Cross Blue Shield, and they offer free language and translation services. What does that mean? That means that if you have to go to a doctor's appointment and you don't understand what your doctor is saying to you, on your insurance card, there'll be a phone number that you can call and you get free translator that speaks your native language to help you understand what the doctor is saying. So when you go to hospital or doctor's appointments, you don't have to worry that you don't understand what they're going to say to you. Okay? This is a free part of the student health insurance system. Okay? Now, if you have any questions, you are certainly able to email us at into@suffolk.edu. The phone number for your insurance is right there. That's the +1 833 251 1132. There is also a website. So if you click here where it says worldwide coverage, if you click that link, you'll be able to see all of the information about your actual insurance plan and read it over and kind of talk it over with your parents so that you all understand what you're being provided. Okay? All right, Christine, let's talk money, because that's what everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know about the money, money, money.
Sure. And we want to understand the Suffolk healthcare insurance costs. So as we said, your copay is the flat fee you pay every time you go to the doctor. That will depend on the services you're getting, whether it's like an annual physical or a clinic visit or a hospital stay. Then you'll have your deductible. So actually your in-network is nothing, but your out-of-network is $250. So you will have to pay $250 of your own money before the insurance kicks in for any provider out-of-network. And the out-of-pocket limit is you will never pay more than $4,500, whether it's in or out of your network. That is the most you will pay for the year. So if something, there was something that you had to be in the hospital for many days, you would never pay more than that amount.
And when you get your insurance card, it actually tells you on the back of your insurance card how much it costs for copay. So it will be a different amount for a medical visit or a test or a mental health visit or anything else. So it's different prices, which is why there's no dollar sign with that one, but it just changes depending on what kind of appointment you have to make. And it also changes depending on where you go. All right, so services that can be covered by my health insurance, because we keep talking about providers. So a routine physical is the yearly appointment you make to go see the doctor to make sure everything's okay in your body. Then we have emergency care. Emergency care could be at a hospital or it could be at an urgent care clinic. In the US, we have 2 different places that you can go for emergency care. Those are not necessarily places where you need to make an appointment. For a routine physical, you make the appointment. However, for emergency care, you just kind of show up and they take you. Then we have a routine vision exam for those of us with glasses. Woohoo! You don't have to pay for glasses for the appointment. You'll have to pay a little bit for the actual glasses themselves, but to have an appointment, nothing. Chiropractor's office. Is something wrong with my back? Oh no, it hurts. I don't know how to sit in a chair anymore. I play video games all night and I slump over playing Dota. You can go to a chiropractor's appointment. Diagnostics for x-rays and lab tests. If you have to have any testing, maybe you fell while you were riding your bicycle and you want to make sure you didn't break your wrist. Acupuncture visits. That's the picture on the screen when they do the little needles in your different parts of your body. Surgery or related anesthesia. Hopefully no one is going to need this, but if you do, you get it covered. You don't have to pay for it. Prescription drugs, so those of you who take medication for anything, maybe you have asthma and you need an inhaler while you're in the US, anything like that will be covered by your insurance. Wellness participation program reimbursement. So what this really means is that they will pay you up to $150. They'll cover, let's say you wanted to take a yoga class, or you wanted to take a swimming lessons, and something like that, something that's going to help your physical well-being or your mental well-being. They will reimburse you for up to $150, which is great. Don't worry about having access to a gym. You don't have to pay for it. It's part of your tuition. Suffolk has a wonderful gym, so you don't need to worry about that, but anything in addition. Now, this last one says weight loss reimbursement up to $150. If you join a weight loss plan in the Boston area, you can get reimbursed for your membership up to $150 from your insurance company. This is Blue Cross Blue Shield's idea to show you how to be a well-rounded person and take care of your body. Okay?
Rachel, I see some fine print at the bottom of that form.
Oh no.
What does that say?
It says dental insurance coverage must be purchased separately. Your health insurance does not cover your teeth. Your teeth are different. In the United States, to have dental insurance is an additional fee. So if you are interested and you know you want to have dental things done while you're in the US, it is very expensive out of pocket. Just to get your teeth cleaned can be up to $300. So if you want dental insurance, let us know and we will make sure to help you get that. However, it is not provided automatically through Suffolk, okay? So please email us if that is something you are interested in. It can be very expensive to go to the dentist in the United States. Thank you, Christine. Oh, I'm such a young person. I never read the fine print. All right, so I know you're all wondering, Rachel keeps talking about your insurance card. This is what your insurance card's gonna look like. It's an ID membership card, and it has your name on it, and it will have your ID number, and it will tell you how much you have to pay for different copays. If you look down to where it says number 3 and 4 and 5, that's where you're going to see how much you have to pay for copays. Now, this is an example. So it looks like it says on this example, it says that a regular doctor's visit would be $15. And I know that that's incorrect because it goes up and it's not $15. It might be $20. And then behavioral health is also 15, so that means it's also probably 20. And emergency looks like it's 100 on this card. It's probably about the same right now. And then number 6, if you see over there up on the top, it says this is the number that you call for questions about your plan. So if you have questions and you're not necessarily certain if an appointment will be covered or what kind of appointments will be covered, you can call that phone number and they'll tell you right away, yes, we cover it, or no, we don't cover it. So that's your insurance card. Now, I know you're all being like, well, what if I want to make an appointment and I lose my insurance card? How can I access this card? Christine's going to explain it.
Yeah. So you will receive your card during orientation. You will actually get a card, a physical card. You must carry this card with you all the time. You never know when there might be an accident or you don't feel well. So just have the card with you. However, if you do lose the card or leave it somewhere and you don't have it with you, there is an app that we have that we can tell you how to get the app. So your card will be on your phone in your app. Okay. You can access your card through this app. On the screen, you see it, the member.bluecrossma.com login. And yeah, so there are 2 ways, the physical card and then the app.
And the app's really cool because you can actually use the app to make doctor's appointments as well. So it's a really good idea. Now, let's get away from this insurance stuff and start talking about what the procedure is when you're not feeling well. So if you are not feeling well while you're here, we highly recommend the Suffolk University's Counseling, Health, and Wellness Center, also known as the CHW, which is on campus. It is an on-campus health clinic. It's actually in the same building that the Into program is in. So you don't have to leave. If you're not feeling good after class, you just let us know and you can go upstairs and talk to CHW and they'll help you out. CHW services include counseling, medical appointments, immunizations, flu shots, contraceptive management, counseling and emergency contraception, eating concerns, and also COVID-19 vaccine support. So if you got 2 shots at home and you want to get a 3rd shot when you're here, they will help you out with that. They'll make sure you get your boosters. So CHW, they're really cool. They're really nice. They're wonderful people and they are in the same building. So you don't have to find a new location. And luckily, they even have their own app. So how can I contact a healthcare provider? CHW has its own special program. It's an app that you can download. It's called My Student Support Program, or My SSP. This program provides free telehealth app that allows you to text, chat, or call a professionally trained counselor. So this is actually a screenshot. I downloaded the app because I think it's really good. And you can use that to call. And if you need language support because you want to talk to someone who speaks your native language, they provide that for you. My favorite part is, see at the bottom where it says recommendations? Those are little videos and quizzes that you can take to kind of see what you're doing and how you're doing. So you can kind of do your own mental checklist to see if your concerns, you need something. Maybe you're having a bad day and you want someone to talk to. Maybe you're not feeling so great, things like that. At the bottom, it also has where it says home. There's also something that says explore, get support, my school, and more. We're going to go over this at orientation, how to use this app and help you download it. But this app is there to help you and make sure that you're having a very comfortable experience while you're here with us at Into Suffolk. So, yep.
I just wanted to add something. CHW, when you're meeting with them for any kind of an appointment, it is confidential. Confidential means they will not tell anyone else, even the staff, anyone on campus. They keep everything secret. So if you call and you want to talk about having a bad day or any issues you may have, it's all secret unless you want them to share it. Otherwise, they will not share your information with anyone else.
They can't even share it with me, Christine, or your mom and dad.
That's
it
right.
Doesn't matter. They cannot share it, and they also cannot share it with any government body. So don't you worry about talking to these people. They are there to help you and make you comfortable. I know your moms and dads are listening to this, not very happy.
Yeah, moms and dads cannot say, hey, what did she say in that appointment? Nope, 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 nope. Nobody can know.
All right, so I've gotten a couple of questions about immunization requirements. And they're pretty basic. So all students are required to upload their immunization records to the student health portal before classes begin. To access the student health portal, you will need your Suffolk University email and password. Immunization records must be in English, and please visit our student experience website for more details and the link to the portal. Now, if you are having trouble accessing your Suffolk University email and password, please email us. We are here to help you. Let us know. You can contact us through email. We have Line, we have Telegram, we have WhatsApp. All of the fun, we have WeChat, all of the fun ways that you can contact us. Just let us know, and we will do our best to help you fix that. But everyone should get their university and email and password before they arrive. Now, another question that students have been asking are, what exactly are the immunizations that they are required to upload to the portal? So this is a magical document that I stole from Suffolk University's website. It is easily accessible. However, it's very long. You can bring this to your doctors, and they will be able to fill it out. It's not too terrible. So you need your COVID-19 vaccines. You need the Tdap, which is a 3-shot vaccine. The MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella. Hepatitis B. Meningitis. This is super, super important. The meningitis vaccine is like super important, and it's only one. It will hurt, but it's like the most important. I still remember getting it. It is super important. You don't want to get meningitis.
Yeah, nobody likes getting shots, but they're so important. So yeah. You have to.
Right. Then there's the Varicella. Meningitis B is recommended, and seasonal influenza vaccine is recommended. I, on a personal note, highly recommend that everyone get their flu shot, the influenza, when they arrive in campus. If you want, I will help you make those appointments with CHW to get those in October. It is highly recommended. You do not want to get the flu. So please, please, please get your influenza shot when you get here. And these forms are available on the CHW website. If you require them, please let us know. We will make sure that you get them in the next couple of weeks before you arrive. Now, I know now you're saying, what about, how do I upload my stuff to the Suffolk University portal? So, Christine, give them a shot.
Yeah, it can seem tricky at first when you're looking at it. It seems like, how do I do this? So again, if you really want us to go through the process with you, just write into@suffolk.edu and request an appointment to help you with it. But otherwise, if you want to do it on your own, it is accessible. You just follow the steps and it will lead you through. You just add your information into the portal link.
Yep. So once you get to the Suffolk University health portal, we have our own link on our student experience website. You'll see it. Once you log in, you'll see this image and you'll say, "Oh my God, how do I upload?" If you go up to the top, it says immunizations, and up. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Hold on. Let me grab my mouse. Okay. So everyone can see my mouse, I hope. So over here in this picture here, this is what you'll first see. And you just go up to immunizations. And after you click on immunizations, this screen will open and you can type in the different documents. This is the COVID-19 one because that's kind of the easiest one. If you have done the form, so if you have this immunization form, you can just hit upload and upload that form as a PDF. So you don't have to put in all of the work. You don't have to type it all in, okay? Then you really need to make sure you click over here and you click submit. If you upload it and you do not click submit, it does not go to CHW, okay? So everybody has to click on submit. It's super duper important, okay? Cool. All right. So, Christine, what type of questions do you think students might have about any of this information?
I think students might say, well, what is really covered with my insurance? And I know we went over it, but you definitely want to, when you have a chance, you can open your, you can go into the website for Blue Cross Blue Shield and read about it, because you might take dance class and not even realize that you could be reimbursed for the cost of the class, because that would be considered a wellness type thing or a weight loss. So really check through the list of what's covered so you understand that better.